What is up, everybody? I'm of course the one, the only, the Joker of Yu-Gi-Oh! Representing the Legion, and today I'm coming at you guys with a discussion video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about speed dueling. Now, I know I said in the past in one of my monthly recap videos, when I first heard about this, because I heard it just like Duel Links, like I heard it was exactly like Duel Links, that I was not enthused about it whatsoever, guys. I wasn't interested. I said straight off the bat, I'm pretty sure that I'm already hating the idea. And, you know, I really wish this wasn't a thing. But, guys, one of you, Joseph, yes, man, I'm calling you out, he said, maybe I should make a video about this, guys. Maybe, you know, I should discuss this. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If you don't, you know, blame him. I'm kidding, guys. It's just harmless fun. But, yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about speed dueling, and of course, guys, anything I say in this video, I want to say it right now, I do not mean to offend anybody. This is just my personal opinions. I want you guys to comment down any of your opinions down below if you come up with anything. Don't wait till the last minute, comment it down below as you're thinking of it. But with all that in mind, let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Let the good times roll!
Okay, so here we go, guys. Of course, the first thing you're going to know about Speed Duel is, of course, that it has been inspired by Duel Links. It does incorporate the cards that we have in today's format, though, where it, of course, has the whole link lineup. But that's just off the bat, as you can read right here. I've just pretty much summarized all that in that short sentence. It is, of course, inspired by Duel Links. It's as simple as that, as you can see by this field lineup right here. Now, of course, with the rules, it's quite simple. It's exactly like Duel Links. 4,000 life points, 4 cards in the starting hand, 20 to 30 cards in the main deck, 5 cards in the extra deck, 2 extra monster zone, and each player only has 3 main monster zones, 3 spell and trap zones, and 1 field zone. Now, all that in mind, you think 4,000 life points is something that can easily be beat. Now, you're probably right. But keep this in mind. With Duel Links, it does take a lot to get the main cards out. If this game is allowing us to have the cards that we have in today's format, where we're allowed to spam out so many things, then yeah, we're going to be able to win really, really quickly. It's pretty much going to be whoever goes second is winning the game regardless. Unless the person sets heavy back row support, destruction, you know, anything that can stop your opponent from attacking you. But all that in mind, it also depends on the cards that we're going to be allowed to play. At this point, it doesn't actually say if we're going to be given every single card. It just says that there are some examples which we will be going into a little bit later. Now, all that in mind, just keeping that, if it allows TRICKSTARs and Gokis, then yes, those are going to annihilate. But if this keeps the GOAT format, then it's going to be more casual, more fun. Now, all these rules keeping in mind, I'm saying right off the bat, I'm not a big fan of it, because already it's taking away 4 zones that are really, really crucial. I mean, 5 monsters is something that can easily be done every single game these days, or at least 3 to 4 monsters. I mean, taking away just 2 zones doesn't feel, or doesn't sound like it's a lot, maybe, but it really can be in the long run. Same with only having 3 spell and trap zones. Because, of course, this means there are no pendulum zones. That's right, these little zones, whatever these are, that's deck, that's graveyard, that's field zone, that's extra. There is no pendulum zone. Pendulum zone has been completely taken out. This means the whole pendulum summoning mechanic has been taken away from this game. Now, I know a lot of you people are like, woo! No pendulum, they died. No pendulum, they died. But, as well as that, I mean, pendulums are really fun. I mean, only having 3 monsters? I mean, come on, that's not really a big thing. Oh, you summon 3 monsters? Torrential Tribute. Ha 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 ha, suck it. That's exactly what you would do to your opponent. Seriously, it's as simple as that. But keeping all that in mind, I mean, seriously, 5 cards in the extra deck. Regardless, you're going to have a link monster. So, I have enough trouble as it is trying to get 15 particular cards in my extra deck. Trying to decide, oh, do I go this one? Oh, do I go this one? I mean, if I have to pick up to 5, I'm going to be like, into 5 seconds of this game. So, I mean, seriously, what the hell? But 20 to 30 cards, think about that. the game's going to be a lot quicker, because either you deck out, or you gotta beat your opponent. Seriously, it's as simple as that. Because after you draw those 4 cards, if you're going second, that's 5 cards, of course. That's right, you don't even draw 5 cards when you first start. It's 4, and then you draw 5 if you're going second. You still have a 6 card limit, guys. But all that in mind, keep that in mind. You draw 4 cards. That remains 16 cards in your deck. That even means, 1, you've got 16 turns. That's only if you don't have heavy draw power in your deck, or you have 26 cards. Either way, you've either got 16 turns to win, or 26 turns to win. Now, 26 doesn't seem like a big deal, but 16 turns can be, especially if you're a heavy search player like I am. So keeping all that in mind, it really depends on if there is going to be an exclusive ban list for this. If there is, the game can potentially be a lot better for a lot of people, but this to me just seems like it's just fun. That's all it is. I don't want to see this actually being competitive. I actually want to see this being put aside as like, you know, oh, you want to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but you don't understand every single mechanic because it really can be confusing. Hey, that's okay. Let me give you this. This is Duel Links. Once you learn this, we can give you the, you know, more advanced deals. We can give you the better information. Now, keeping all that in mind, I'm not saying, like, if you learn Duel Links, you're going to know everything about, you know, our actual Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to be calling it actual Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. There's Duel Links, Speed Duel, whatever, you know. I'm going to be calling actual Yu-Gi-Oh! The master rule that we are in. The format we are in. That's actual Yu-Gi-Oh! To me. This is just a fun, passing game that is just to make me laugh. That's honestly all it does. Now, as I said, guys, I'm not meaning to offend anyone. That's just my personal opinion. But seriously, guys, the way this whole game is set up, it does seem that it's just a stepping stone. And as I said, I'm not saying, like, if you learn this, then you're going to know everything. In fact, if you want an excellent representation of this, watch a video by Yugi No. There'll be a link to it in the description down below. He depicts it the best, as I could possibly say, in like a 3-minute skit of Duel Links versus Yu-Gi-Oh! And it depicts exactly the big differences that you can see. But, you know, guys, that's just so far. I mean, like normal, as I said, the draw limit, the cards in the extra deck, that's all you're reading here. From there, though, we've got the how to play. Follow the normal duels gameplay. I mean, that's draw phase, standby phase, main phase, battle phase, main phase 2, end phase. But of course, we read here, no main phase 2, which means after your battle phase, that's it for you. There is nothing else. You can't be like, I summon Celtic Guardian. I just say that because it's like an old school card. Celtic Guardian attack. You activate Mirror Force. I'm like, oh shit, I got nothing. Well, I haven't actually summoned this turn. Main phase 2 I can set. No, you can't do that. Either you set during your main phase 1 to prepare yourself, or you go out full on attack. So it does kind of make you think, you know, how am I going to play? What's the best strategic way I'm going to play? So it does also give ways of, you know, you've got to think more carefully, but at the same time, it's not like it is now, where with the current format, you have so many things that could go wrong against you. But as I said, it really depends on also if there is going to be a particular list for this format. I mean, like the OCG, like the TCG, this is Speed Duel, you know, like we've had different formats, like we've had different master rules and all that, we've always had different lists to go over. So keeping all that in mind, if this game does actually say, anything before this time period you cannot play, or cards like this, this, and this that rely on heavy searching, we're not going to allow. You know, that's going to change up the game quite a bit, but at the same time, it also depends on if anyone's actually going to enjoy this. I mean, if it is going to be exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, where I can play any of the cards in my deck, for example, all I got to do is take out 20 from the main, and, you know, 15 from the extra. Like, it doesn't even say if I get a side. Do I get a side? Do I not get a side? I assume because Duel Links doesn't allow a side that I don't get one. But I mean, it just depends on all that. But, you know, that's just my opinion on that so far. Like, it's not completely clear on all the rules. Once again, I haven't played Duel Links for so long, so I don't know how much it has actually changed. When I first played it, you know, it doesn't actually have a side decking function. I don't know if that's changed. Once I played the game, you know, for a couple of months, I stopped playing it. It was absolute garbage, so I'm not recommend playing it, guys. If you want to have some fun, yeah, sure. But if you want to play proper Yu-Gi-Oh, play proper Yu-Gi-Oh. But what I'm saying with the whole deck thing is, am I allowed to take out these 10 cards from my deck and then just go out and play this? If so, what is the point of these starter decks? What is the point of me going out spending my money for a 20 deck starter deck that, you know, has this? I mean, what is the point of me doing that when I can just go out, get an actual starter deck, play the proper game, and if I want to play this, I just got to take out 20 cards from the starter deck, which, let's face it, 9 out of 10, there's only ever 20 good cards if you're lucky in most starter decks. I mean, seriously, Konami needs to explain more of this stuff, and so far, this is all I've been able to find, guys. But guys, that's just like, that's my nitpickiness. With the cards itself, as I said, you know, it does give the same examples. These are the potential cards we can play: Effect, Monster, Tuner, XZs, Decode. It even listed a Pendulum monster, but there are no Pendulum zones. So that means you can play a Pendulum deck. Sure, you just can't Pendulum summon. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of a Pendulum deck. But, oh, there is just so much that annoys me about this. I mean, the fact of, you know, if anyone goes out and buys this just to play Duel Links, I mean, that's your choice, man. I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying... Honestly, I'm saying probably don't do it if you're gonna do it. Of just go out and get the structure deck. We really got to hear more about the rules itself. If the rules say that you can play any cards, then yeah, just go out and get yourself an actual structure deck. Go out and get the Codebreaker structure deck. Get the Linkaribo. But if these structure decks are like $10 cheaper, so of course half price, and it does come with some pretty incredible stuff, then yeah, maybe think about it. But, you know, as long as the cards from the structure deck of these, which I assume of course can be incorporated into actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's say, for example, they released the structure deck, they wouldn't do it straight away, but for Speed Duel, they released a structure deck that had some pretty spicy cards, and you only wanted like maybe 5 of them. Now keep in mind there's only 20 cards in the structure deck. So keeping all that in mind, maybe it could be worth it. But as it is, time will tell really, guys. There's no exact thing on this so far. This is just all the information I've been able to gather from this one site. It looks exactly the same from all the other sites. So yeah, guys, it just depends on where Konami is going with this. Honestly, yeah, I'm not excited about this. I'm more disappointed that this is happening because it's basically like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime came out, I'm a big fan of it. I loved it. But it taught people not the actual generic ways to play. And I fear that maybe Duel Links will do the same. I mean, I've seen people play Duel Links and I've seen them try to play actual Yu-Gi-Oh! And when they say, well, I can do this in Duel Links, why can't I do it in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, it's because the ruling, of course, is pretty different. Just keep that in mind. But, I mean, as a nice stepping stone, as long as you don't take it to heart that every single thing in Duel Links is exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh! In actual Yu-Gi-Oh! I know I keep on saying actual Yu-Gi-Oh! It's because that is what it is to me, guys. I mean, it just depends on all that. Just keep all that in mind, guys. But guys, that is my personal opinions on that. If you want to hear any more of my opinions, just ask me anything down below. Honestly, I just don't want this video to be like a 30-minute rant on how much of the things I hate about this. And, you know, do another rant video like that. Hopefully, though, you guys did enjoy this little video. Hopefully you guys comment down below your personal opinions, guys. As always, I want you guys to also comment down below what you guys want to see next. As well as, guys, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to smash that subscribe button. This Friday, I am of course going to be doing my monthly Yu-Gi-Oh! Recap video, talking about all the stuff that you might have missed this past month in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I'm going to be going to a World Championship tournament at my local GameTraders Salisbury this Saturday. Yu-Gi-Oh! And dual content and all the rest is of course going to be up next week. So if you want to see all that and more, make sure to smash that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And of course, guys, till next time, just keep on smiling, enjoy the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever TCG you play, and of course, that's it for me, the Joker of Yu-Gi-Oh! Representing the Legion, signing off.